Hello, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Gateway Podcast, coming to you from Clarksville, Tennessee, also known as the Gateway to the New South. We are proudly progressive members of the Montgomery County Democratic Party, and I'm laughing because the pod dog is here.
Come on, pod dog.
Hello, baby.
Sorry.
We're so happy. We're here with our pod dog to bring hope to our community, to connect progressive folk here in Montgomery County with the larger Democratic movement. My name is Rebecca Jansen, and the Communications Chair as well as the Interim Chair for Montgomery County Democratic Party. I'm here with TNDP Chair Rachel Campbell, as well as Chaz Ockelman, who is our former Chair. So, Rachel, welcome to our podcast.
Thanks for having me tonight. I appreciate it. I haven't gotten to do a podcast yet since I've been chairs. For my first chair podcast.
We're so honored.
Congratulations.
Yes, that is great. So, you obviously are chair of the Tennessee Democratic Party right now, but you, how did you get there? What was your background before that?
Well, I take a deep breath because it's sort of a long story, but I'll go quickly. So I was just a regular Democrat, like many people here in Tennessee in the South. In 2016, I was actually doing volunteer work for Hillary Clinton from my home, and I was so like, she's gonna win. Like, obviously she's gonna win. And there's no way. And I have daughters. Yeah. And at the time they were like 15 and 11, maybe a little younger. And when they went to bed that night, my youngest was crying, and she said, well, he's gonna win. And I was like, oh, obviously not. We haven't gotten into like the deep part of Georgia, and I know those guys. I'm looking at Steve.
There's still balance to count.
I mean, obviously
in Gwinnett County or whatever.
Like, we're waiting on that one turnout district, and it's all gonna be fine.
It was still okay.
It was still okay. It was before the world turned upside down. And of course she lost, and I woke up. My daughter woke up the next morning, my youngest, and God love her, but she's always taken everything just very hard. And she just looked at us and she said, he's going to nuke the world. And that has stuck in my brain for years. Wow. And I still was just like, let me just get on the internet and tell everybody exactly what I think about all this. And then one day, my brilliant little 11-year-old, she said, Mom, first, you're embarrassing me on the internet, so stop. Like, that's too much. You're doing too much, and I'm in middle school, so make it stop. And then she was like, why don't you find something to do and do something about it? Like, he's in there now, and there's not anything you can do about that, but you could do about other stuff. So I just typed in local Democratic Party or maybe Democratic Party, and I found out that in a couple months, our county party was going to do a reorganization. I had no idea what that meant. I met a woman named Christy Wilkinson, who had just lost a closely contested state Senate run against Gardenhire, I think. And she was fired up, and I saw her moving out, sort of brushing out sort of the remnants of the old Democratic Party that had cost us so much and bringing in a new, younger, vibrant group of people. So I joined. I quickly became the vice chair, and then I sort of put that to the side and became an EC member for the Tennessee Democratic Party in 2019. Did that or 2018, I guess. But then in 2021, and I was with you on the EC, and we were just plugging along, just doing EC stuff. And he was a rock star in the voter protection stuff. I learned a lot from him as a county party chair. And then in 2021, my county, Hamilton County, the chair had a medical emergency, and myself and my counterpart on the EC, we, or one of the Hamilton County EC members, we were appointed by Chair Hendro Remus to take over that party because it had fallen into immediate crisis.
The state party had to step in.
Yeah, they stepped in.
That's pretty rare.
It is extremely rare. Yeah. The chair had a medical emergency, and the vice chairs had quit. So there was nothing of the party.
Wow.
So we went in and within 3 months realized that we were in a major HCDP crisis. Like Hamilton County, there was no infrastructure. There were no candidates that had been recruited. We were going into elections, the midterms, and into the 2020 election cycle. And we knew that we had to try to at least recruit one. So we recruited a candidate and got going. And we spent the next 4 years. I just didn't seek re-election in March of this year. So I was TNDP chair and county chair for overlap of 2 months.
Wow.
And during that time, we turned the Hamilton County Democratic Party into sort of a very robust, lean, mean fighting machine. And we modeled our caucus program after y'all's caucus program. I went to a summit, and Chaz was like, well, we're doing this thing with these caucuses. And I was like, what? And we started that process, and it was a game changer.
Yeah, we kind of started it together.
Yeah.
Like, around the same time, so we were figuring out the
We
kids.
were like calling each other, or more me calling him, being like, could you explain one more time how you got this into the bylaws? Anyway, it was a game changer for Hamilton County. And so when about 3 years ago, I knew that I kind of wanted to do more than just my county work. I wanted to be more influential in the state because I could see that there was such a need to have both stronger female leadership, I think, but also a stronger lead with Hendrell or with former Chair Remus. So I ran for vice chair and won, and then ran for chair for this, which is a long-winded way of saying I really wanted to do it, and so I did. And it was a hard race. There was some tough competitors, Brian Cordova, who is our current ED, and former Representative Gloria Johnson. And it was a hard race, and it was a really good campaign. A lot of ideas were floated, and a lot of good things came out of it. And here we are.
And you've kept a team together. Like, Brian ran against you, and y'all have formed a team together and continue to work.
The thing is, like, much like primaries, I think elections like that can strengthen. Brian made me work harder to win. I made Brian work harder to win. We knew that we didn't know. I had hope that if I won, Brian would stay on. He's extremely talented. Yeah. And like, you've worked with him, you know that he is just a boon to Tennessee politics. There were deficits that I had coming in the door. I didn't know a lot of the things that I needed to know. I came to the retreat like with the table, and I was like, what's happening? I don't know any of this stuff because I didn't know it, but Brian did. Yeah. And so
knew it, and then knew everyone at the table.
Right. And then facilitated introductions and helped me, and none of that matters except to say that Brian is one of those rare people that is in it for the work and not the glory. And so he came to work on Monday and was like, all right, Foss, this is what I think we should do. What do you think we should do? We married those ideas together, and we've kept the staff that we had before. We've kept on. We've worked really hard to stay a strong team. We're starting to build out our program now, and did not expect to go into a special election. That was
here we are.
A bit of a shocker.
Yeah, that was a shocker.
So how has that changed for your family? Because like going from an activist, Facebook warrior, to an activist, so now you're one of the top political leaders in the state of Tennessee. That's a big change for you, but also for your family. What has that been like?
Well, I was deliberate in making sure that if I was going to do these things, I wanted to make sure that my kids were grown. Yeah. And so I waited until they had graduated high school, and my oldest graduated college. And frankly, my husband is extraordinarily supportive. And I made sure that he understood that this was a traveling job, that this wasn't going to be me working out of my office or my kitchen at home, that I would be in Nashville and I would be all over the state and frankly, all over the country. And he's very supportive. I will say the hardest part has been for me. I am a family woman. Like they feed me, they support me, they edify my spirit. And I have 5 dogs that I miss. Like, that's why I was so excited that the pod dog was here. Cause I was like, yeah, I could pet a dog. I miss my dogs. It's been harder on me, I think, than it has been on my.
Cause you're on the road a lot.
Cause I'm on the road a lot, and they fill my cup. And so my cup empties when they're not with me. Yeah. So, but it's rewarding in its own way. And as a woman, it's sometimes hard to find your own power and to then stand in it. And that has been an adjustment for me too, because and I think, again, I keep relying on you, Chaz, but I think you would agree that I'm an extremely like team-oriented, collaborative person. Yeah. So having to say I'm all of that, but I'm also the leader as a woman has been harder than I thought it would be. It's been extremely rewarding. Yeah. I'm very proud of the work we're doing too. And that helps.
I feel like there is change happening.
There is.
Yes. Yeah. And that is, it's good to see. I mean, I haven't been in leadership. I wasn't in leadership until this year. But I do feel like the messages that are coming out of the TNDP are more like inclusive, and stronger messaging coming out and more support. I'm feeling the love.
Yes, I deemed that's so important.
Yeah.
For our listeners who maybe haven't interacted with a state party chair before, what do you do? I think they know Allie, they know me as our county party chair, but yeah.
Imagine the county party chair, but for the whole 95 counties.
Yeah.
So, and that has been an adjustment for me to go from a county chair to a state chair, where a county, all of your elected officials, all of the players in the game, you've put your own players into the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to do that on a statewide level. I walked into the first caucus meeting and looked around at some of the Democrats in the room and elected Democrats and thought, I don't know their names. And not because I'm not engaged,
Yeah.
but because when you're in your county, you know what's happening there. So moving to the state was an adjustment.
Yeah.
What do? I build programming. I work to build programming. I hire staff. I have my executive director who manages all of the staff and the programming. I have the vision and the mission, and the staff makes that happen. My vision is a state where all 95 county parties are organized for the first time since 1995.
Big.
That
That's
is
big,
like-
yeah.
I can't, when I'm talking to people, it's you unless you are in a county party, you can't fundamentally understand what it means to have all county parties organized, but it's extraordinarily exciting. So now that we have all 95 county parties going, I'm traveling around talking to counties everywhere and lifting them up, because what I've learned in all these years of being involved in the way and the trajectory that I have is that coming at this from a top-down level, that is not the way. It
Yeah.
has to be bottom up. It has to be, I think people throw around that grassroots organizing phrase like it's just something you can label everything, but it's not. Grassroots organizing really starts down here, right here in places like this, in these county party rooms, doing the work of the county party. And that's what I do. I go around, I'm hoping to energize a lot of these rural spaces that I haven't seen. I was in Morgan County. A teen feature hasn't been there in years, at least not in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And to walk into a room with Democrats and then being like, the state party chair is here? She must mean what she says. That's been really exciting.
I mean, I think this is like our first state party chair visit in like 2 or 3 years. It's been a while.
Well, that's exciting. That's
Yeah.
really exciting. I have one member of my team, it's not Ryan, God love the man, who says to me, stop telling everybody that you're a county party chair. I'm like, but I am.
Yeah.
I am the state party chair with a county chair heart. Like,
Yeah.
I am a county party chair. So I think I'm in a unique position to understand the programming aspect of things that can come from counties, because I know what counties are dealing
So
with,
you
and I know
bring-
the needs of the county.
You bring what you learned at the county
That's right.
level
And then
to the next level.
amplify
Yeah.
it. Yep. And then I amplify.
And I think that's important in the whole organization of the Democratic Party, that they don't lose sight as they get higher up the chain, kind of thing.
Yeah, and the bottom line is that when you ask what the role of the Democratic Party is, it is to elect Democrats. That is just the bottom line.
Yeah.
That is the mission. But you can't do that without growing the Democratic Party
Yeah.
and growing the spaces in which the Democratic Party exists. When you have a place like Lake County, hasn't been organized in years. I think there was only 500 votes for president there. They filled their reorg room with 50 people.
Wow.
Like, that's
10% of every Democrat in the county.
we're not getting 10% of our Democrats at our reorgs.
Gosh.
Like,
We'd have to have like 2,000
I
people.
know, right? Like, we couldn't fit them in a room, and that's
Yeah.
incredible. And you can
Because of
see
the
that.
convention.
You can see that because of the work that we're doing at the state to build that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's
great.
exciting.
Yeah, that is exciting. So we did touch a little bit on the special election. Our nemesis, Mark Green.
Boo.
Booze.
He's gone though.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Which is good news.
Taking that
wow.
private sector money and moving it
Yeah.
along.
He is taking.
What a movie villain career
I
move.
swear to
know.
God.
I'm gonna pass the worst budget ever,
Let
and then
me-
I'm gonna go drill for oil in
Right.
Guyana. What?
So he literally is the worst. But
Him and Andy and all them.
Oh man.
him having resigned specifically, what happens now?
That means that we're going into a special election. That means that we will have a primary in October and an election in December. And that means that this county party and all the other county parties in this district are about to work their butts off.
Yep.
Because we know that nationally, these special elections are trending between 12 and 24 points to the left.
Yeah.
The Cook report says this, despite the last election cycle, this is an R plus 10. Like, if we follow the trend, we win. And we know that special elections have low turnout, which is the benefit for us.
Yeah.
And that's why this primary, even though there are people who are like, oh, primary, hell yeah, primary. Hell yeah, primary.
Yeah.
Primaries, now you've got 4 candidates out there knocking on all these doors.
Yeah.
That maybe not knocking on all the same doors, which means you're talking to more people. So instead of having one person talking to all these people for 6 months or however many months this is, now we have 4, and then the primary, and then the general.
Yeah.
And I think we win. We've got excellent candidates.
We do have really good candidates. So 4 candidates.
4 candidates.
3 of them are already involved in politics,
Yes.
and then we've got 1 newcomer.
Yep.
And what can we do to support the candidates right now?
Well, of course, as a county party, you can't pick a candidate, so you can work for all of them, which means like putting some lit together, putting some walk sheets together, phone banking, text banking, postcards, GOTV. You guys in all counties, all across the state are going to be doing this, working hard. You'll be bringing people in to knock doors. This is all a general election for you. You're in a general election right now. Let them be in their primary. Let you be in a general. You're walking doors. You're talking to people. You're engaging. You're having community meetings. You should have a forum as many times as you can get the candidates here. You can let them here. And then when the general election is over, it is like no holds barred. Every single person you can drag to knock a door, you knock to talk to someone, to text bank, and to get people out. And then paying attention on election day and in the early vote days and looking like in your turnout districts, if you've only got 20% turnout by lunchtime, you better get people in there knocking on those doors saying, have you voted yet? Have you, let me tell you about why you need to vote. Let's go. And it's going to be nonstop from here on out. We are running through the tape.
Right. So as a county party, we need to have a plan. But we're working on it. But for people who are listening, they can get involved with writing postcards, making phone calls.
They should call you.
Text banking, they should call us.
They should call you. And if they don't want to call you, they should call us, and then we'll send them back to you if they're in your district. But you know what they can also do is pick one of those candidates.
Yes.
And say, hey, I like Representative Bain. I'm intrigued by her progressive policies and her fire to push things like the grocery tax bill and working for the rural parts of the state. So I'm with her. So let me call her and let me donate to her. Let me give to her, even if it's $5, give it recurring till it's over. Let me knock doors for her. Let me do all the things that I just said to do for her. So if you have a preferred candidate, get to work.
Yes.
But if your candidate doesn't win on that primary date, that is not a take your toys and go home moment.
No.
That is a take your toys and play harder. Get to work, because the candidates have made that commitment that they are in it all the way to the end, no matter who wins. And so are we. And so should everyone else.
Yeah. And something that people can also do is talk to their neighbors, their friends.
That's right.
Yeah.
Talk to your neighbors. You'd be surprised how many Democrats are on your street.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually, in the last election, was very surprised that one of our neighbors who I had not met yet had signs for the Democratic candidates.
That's incredible.
In a very rural part of Montgomery County. So,
you know, since I mentioned Representative Bain, let me also just say a little bit about the other candidates as well, because they are all truly remarkable.
Yeah.
We have a good field.
You've got a good field with Darden Copeland, who's the non-elected but very engaged in his community, working on projects that bring jobs, that bring community building exercises together. You've got Bo Mitchell, who is deeply entrenched in his community, has been in this work for decades, knows just like deeply the needs of his district.
And born in Charlotte.
That's right. He truly understands what it means to grow up in a rural part of Tennessee and to have to live in a moment where you're having to dig deep to make sure that your bills get paid.
Yeah.
And then you've got Vincent Dixie, who's been working his entire adult life for representation for his community, to make sure that the needs of those communities are met and to bring that representation to the state. Yeah. So out of all 4 of those, you're not going to go wrong. So pick the one you like the best, give them money, give them your help, give them your vote.
And I do think that's a trend I see in my fellow Democrats that's annoying, is we want to wait and see who the winner is. No, get engaged in the primary now. Don't be afraid to be messy in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
Have fun with it. Because the Republicans, they don't hold back. They have fun with it. They fight hard, and people pay attention to that fight. Yeah. So you get to join the fight, and that will drive more people to pay attention and to vote.
Right. That's exactly right. Get messy with this.
Yeah.
They're messy, but they're messy bad. Let's be messy good.
Yeah. Messy for education, messy for roads.
They're so full of shit. We should be like full of good stuff. Like,
yeah.
But like, don't be afraid to say the truth.
Yes.
This, I think one of the reasons why, and I hate humble bragging, so please don't take it as this, but I think one of the reasons that people are intrigued by my leadership is because I'm not going to get on social media and be like, those GOP Congress people have once again done that. I'm like, no, that's bullshit.
They suck.
They screwed you over again. Like, they just passed the worst bill. And like they just gave the most wealth redistribution to the richest people in
Yes.
America, while you're gonna probably get kicked off Medicaid.
100%.
So like screw them. Get messy in the comments and tell the truth. And don't be afraid to say, you know, this is gonna happen to me and mine. But it's okay because Elon got what he needed, right? He's gonna be
He's about to get a big tunnel under Nashville.
Oh my God. Don't even get
What
me
the heck is
started.
that about?
That just came out in the news today.
Oh my gosh.
Those of us who are listening online, we just found out about that today, I think, or yesterday.
Yesterday. It's been a hot mess. And I did not know until someone told me today that the tunnel is only Tesla's.
It's only
but
Tesla's.
Yeah.
it's his like private Tesla Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an
You can't
Uber.
drive your own Tesla.
No, you can't drive anything.
You
No
have to-
pedal
you have to
bars. There's
rent-
nothing in
you
that
have
thing.
to
Like a Jurassic Park
Tesla.
Jeep.
Yeah, no. So will it be automatic, like no drivers?
I don't know about. I don't
Probably
know.
not.
Probably not. And that,
Yeah.
it's like bumper cars in the
It
tunnel.
really
It's
is.
that
It's like the Dolly Parton ride that you could do with the old cars.
Flash Country.
Yeah. Right. You know what?
But that's
It's
neither here nor
electric vehicles, so that's a good thing. But the rest of it's all terrible.
Oh, it's terrible.
there. Also, just like the name of the boring company.
Yeah.
All the
Go
way up.
home.
Go away. Like, why are you here?
Go do your ketamine and like make your money somewhere else.
Seriously, like, don't you have like a dozen children to parent? Like, go.
I think it's like 20 now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So,
He doesn't parent them though. He
no,
just,
he
like,
farms that out.
yeah.
Pay
It's
for
a
it
fine.
then. Go away. God, go away.
Sorry, I forgot what we were
We
talking.
were talking about the special election. Get to
Special
work for your
election.
candidate or
That's right.
priority. Go get them elected.
Be messy. So get in the comments on Clarksville now. Get in the comments.
Yeah.
You know, in the Clarksville chat, which is a cesspool, but
Oh, I think we should spend a little time.
Safe. Be safe with yourself. Like,
Yeah.
don't give your personal information out, but
oh,
like,
no, but
don't let them be the only ones out there making the noise. You make the
Yeah.
noise too.
no, I think we see it. I mean, it did used to be the case that I think in Clarksville there was all the voices that we were hearing online were Republican.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I see more people pushing back now.
I
We're
do.
all tired of it.
Yes.
But also, they have a clown car on their side of like
Oh my
the most
God.
hateful, weird, rich
And there's so many
dudes.
of them.
And I don't think a single woman
No,
has
not
joined the
yet.
race. Or
Gino
yeah.
Bulso's about to get in. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
You gonna trying to buy the race?
Holy.
So there's no
So, but listen.
diversity at all.
No, but who thought there would be?
Well, I mean, it's
Their entire goal
it's
is to.
unsurprising
Yeah.
that they are very much against diversity.
They're against anything that makes us a better, more productive and unified and cohesive community. in the
Yeah.
state.
I believe it.
So how has this special election changed your plans for this
Oh,
party?
Well, my plans for this
Did you
year.
take your book and throw it out?
Like, oh yeah, my plans for this year were like, let's do a bunch of summits and let's do a bunch
Yeah.
of county party
Planning.
trainings
Oh, we were
and let's
planning.
build. Well, we still are. We're just it's adjusting and finding the way to like do those things while also raising a bunch of money to put a bunch of money into this district.
Yeah.
And now we've got to walk and chew gum at the same time. Where before we were just going to walk, right?
Yeah.
Is it what is it? We're building the plane while it's flying.
That's
Exactly.
exactly yeah. We're building the plane while it's flying. But the thing is, like, because of the work that's been done in the reorganization process, we already have strong county parties that are
Yes.
willing. Every single county party in this state has already said, what can we do for the special?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we're going to be, like I said, weekend shifts, knocking doors. Lake County's coming, Knox County's coming, Johnson's
Road
coming.
teams. Yeah.
We are busing
Road
like with the fun little like non-predator looking buses. Here we come with our volunteers and all
Yeah.
those doors,
Yeah.
and we're a lot more fun too. Like
I think
laugh
so.
a lot more. So,
Mhm.
but we are still going to do the things that we were doing, but we just have to do this too.
We have
Yep.
to.
We just have to do both.
Because the eyes of the country will probably fall on us
That's
towards the
exactly
end.
right. They
It'd be
already
such an
are. I
important
mean,
race.
like we've had one of the things that I'm really proud of.
Mhm.
This hasn't happened in years. Is I've forced the hand of national Democrats to come down here.
Yeah.
Elizabeth
Yeah.
Warren was the first, and I'll tell you what happened there. The president of the ASDC calls Brian and I, and she's like, "We want to have 50 town halls in 50 states."
Mhm.
And I was like, "You're going to have 49 town halls in 49 states because I'm not wasting time, energy, or effort in putting an empty chair on a stage and putting all that time and energy in, and no one's there.
Yeah.
Not a Republican and not a Democrat. What's the point? I'm not doing it. You said a surrogate, I'll do it." A couple days later, hey, Elizabeth Warren would like to come. Sold. Sold. So, but she came because she wanted to come, not because we forced her. She wanted, she
cares about building the Democratic infrastructure.
and she understands, like, we are not going to win in this country again if we don't build up the South.
Yeah.
Georgia is just the beginning, and North Carolina's coming along, and Tennessee can too. And if we're not building up the South, we will never, ever, we will never win again. And I'm just so determined. So a couple weeks later, another national Democrat came in for a fundraiser, and I went, and I was like, it would be great if you could go back and tell your pals that if they're going to come to Tennessee to scoop money out, they need to leave something behind.
Yeah.
So then Cory Booker came into the town hall before his fundraiser, and then Ken Martin and the DNC vice chair came for keep for our 3-star. I almost said keep off for the 3-star, and then the Shasti Conrad, the DNC vice chair, was in Memphis, and she's going to do a rural listening session, or rural tour in the fall.
Yeah.
Because finally, the national party, and not because of me, but because of the work that the whole state has done to build in the last 6 months to 4 years, is like, oh well, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee
Probably ought to like.
Yeah.
And it's getting worse here, so maybe we should knock and see if they need some help.
Yeah.
Newsflash, we do.
Thanks for making that demand.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm sick to death of being told, like, it's not worth, Tennessee's worth fighting for. I live here. My connection's worth fighting for. I'm not giving up. Y'all aren't giving up.
Mm-mm.
We're worth fighting for, and y'all need to fight too.
We fought for them.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Like, stop coming here and taking all our volunteers out to go knock doors in other states.
Mm-hmm.
Come here and knock doors in our state with us. We could win.
Yeah.
The gerrymandering here it's rigged maps. We know it is, but we can still win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because these people are getting worse by the day. The Republicans are getting worse
They're
by
emboldened.
the day. They are emboldened. Look what they're doing to our communities.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a question that we had actually, is how do we fight back against the GOP supermajority? Because our districts are gerrymandered, and the legislature is it's a pretty demoralizing kind of place.
It's a nasty place.
I would say they're mean. So how do we fight back against them?
That is such a loaded question, because it does feel hopeless. When you look at the way they drew the maps, you think to yourself, we can't. They've given us what they're going to give us, and there's nothing left for us to take. But the truth is that if we go into our counties and we work to put those county level seats, the county commission, the school board, the mayor, the district attorney, the property assessor, and we see those Democrats doing that work in the community, it is a lot easier to turn the vote out for someone that you already know you can trust, and build a bench that way, so that we can work to break the supermajority in 26, 28, and 30. It's also important that people understand that this is a long-term project. This is not a 26. This is a 2030. Break the supermajority by 2030 so we can have some say in the redistricting, right? But you've got to get into these county seats, and you've got to flip them. If you can flip those, then you can prove that Democrats can win, and everyone wants to be on a winning team anyway.
Yeah.
And then they'll turn out in November, because if you can win in August, you can win in November. I just really believe that. But it is about building a bench and then supporting that bench when they run.
So we need to be looking for people to run locally.
Oh, yeah. The TNDP next year, you're going to see something maybe hasn't happened in a while, which is just a heavy, heavy, heavy focus on those August elections.
Yeah.
That we have to.
Yeah.
We have to.
We have to.
It's how they did it to us.
That is exactly what they did. They had a long-term plan, and they executed on it. They
that's
took
right.
over from the ground up, which is why you were saying that the grassroots thing is so important, because Republicans did it and they were successful at it.
That's right.
So we need to have a plan to also do that.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's kind of feels gross to be like, we need to do what the Republicans did, but we need to do what they did. They took it from us one school seat at a time.
Yeah, and they had a really serious long-term plan.
Right.
But
And if you're listening and you've been paying attention and you're wondering where your role is, it could be running for office.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We need to recruit 40 candidates in the next 6 months.
Yes.
County commission, school board, city council, all of it. And some of you listening will be those candidates that we elect next year.
Right.
And look, you might think that it's too hard. I'm not qualified, but look at what the Republicans put out. These people are not bad either.
They are bad.
They are just
They're not good.
terrible.
What
What I really think sometimes when I think about that, like, am I qualified? Andy Ogles looked in the mirror and was like, "Oh, I should be a congressperson." And then he was like, "Let me go cosplay being a congressperson." Then when it was a congressperson, he's like the least qualified. He thinks about everything.
Yeah.
He can, and then he tries to convince people. It's like this tablecloth is blue, but he tries to convince everyone it's green.
Yeah.
We know it's blue.
Yeah.
He's like, "No, dude, that's green."
Yeah.
You are so full of shit. But if Andy Ogles can look in the mirror and be like, "I'm your guy," then y'all are qualified.
Yeah.
Come on.
And we actually are have been working on a list of the positions that are open.
Yes. We're targeting some races here.
That's great.
Yeah, so we have.
And we're doing a candidate academy.
Yeah, so we've got on our website, which we'll put the link here. We will have a link to a site or a page rather that is
Candidate interest form.
Candidate interest form we already have, and we also will have a section called "So You Think You Want to Be a Politician." So that is something that I've been working on with one of our volunteers. Yeah. And it does list, because people have questions, and I had questions about this too, like what is involved in running for office? Am I going to get paid? Do I need to, be financially wealthy or, independently wealthy to do this? Or, how does it all work? So go to our website, look up the information. It is not as hard as what you think it is, and we will support.
Yeah,
and
this county party is strong, and when they support candidates, they support candidates.
We try.
Yeah,
we try to help with mail, and we partner with the state party on it really well.
We're gonna be doing a lot of that work ourselves.
So you wouldn't be doing it alone. And like Rachel was talking about, there's some real duds in there. We got a guy on city council here who hates gay people and makes that his whole personality.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think he's taken a shower in a couple months. He looks awful.
He's very greasy.
It's not a good situation. Travis Holloman. So if you live in Council Ward 7, think about running.
In Chattanooga, we have a city council person. I mean, a school board person who hates children.
Wow.
I know, and he told people that
like Cruella DeVille,
can't stand
People
children.
who voted for that?
He's in one of those gerrymandered seats where it was like, and we'll take all these Republicans, and nobody primaried him, and he hates children.
Wow.
But he wanted to be elected, and he was like, "I can win there. I can do that thing." And that's who's running for office, guys. People are like, I want to do it. I guess I can do that. I hate kids, but I can win that seat.
Yeah, they're not normal.
These are not good people, and they're not serious people. Good.
And maybe that's our platform. It's we're competent and we're normal.
We're normal. We're good people.
Yeah.
And these people are not serious people.
Yeah.
They're grifters.
Uh-huh.
Find me one Republican in Tennessee that at some point in his political career or her political career has not been a grifter.
Yeah,
They've seen Marsha
They
Becker.
have all got something shady going on, every single one.
Literally.
Well, we're going to keep looking for people. We'll be looking for people.
We're going to be looking for you.
You are there.
Over here. That didn't sound creepy.
Sorry.
I feel good about that ass.
We'll work on it. We'll workshop it.
We will. Yeah, maybe we need to be better about it. We need competent, normal people.
Yeah.
Like us.
Yeah, I seem so normal.
To run for office.
Yes.
Moving along from there.
Yeah.
So we right now have a president who is causing all kinds of division in the country and stirring up a lot of negativity. How do we, as Democrats, build back our institutions when we get a new president?
That is something that I'm keenly aware is going to be a hard rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I only know that when you elect a Democrat, you generally are electing good, honest people who care about democracy. Competent people who care about democracy and who have leaned on those institutions to keep us safe for decades and who know how to do the work or will learn how to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
It is the thing that keeps me up at night. My grandfather was, on my father's side, was a lieutenant colonel, and he flew bombers over Germany. And then he was involved in the liberation of camps, and he testified at the War Crimes Tribunal.
Yeah.
And he very rarely talked about what he saw.
Mm-hmm.
But as he aged and as the country started changing and we became more of a conservative Republican nation, I watched him get angrier and angry and start talking more and more and more. And I think to myself, what would he think today? What would he think today about what we're doing with our immigration policies?
Yeah.
How we're breaking up communities. And it's not about actually putting a policy in place. It is just about the hate.
Yeah.
It's just about the hate and the ugliness. And to know that what they're doing is so similar to what my grandfather fought against.
I think
So
we'd be horrified, that generation.
oh, absolutely. He would just be destroyed. He would be
To know that
destroyed by
it's
this.
their children, basically, that are doing it.
And it's all over the world that things are bad right now. And we have a responsibility as Democrats when we come back into power, and we'll come back into power. It
Yeah.
shifts. The pendulum always swings.
It goes back.
We have a responsibility, and I'm speaking to Democrats in this moment. You have a responsibility to tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go in there and be like, we got this, don't worry. You have a responsibility to tell the truth.
It's going to be hard.
And say, you know what? This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, and it's going to take a little longer than we had hoped, but we are going to keep working at it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a bunch of shenanigans. Like, I don't want to see a bunch of like, show this and show, get to work. Democrats, get to work. And if we can do that, we can win again and again and again.
Yeah. And
Because you got to build the trust.
it may be a chance to build things back better.
That's right. And I think part of it is saying like, there's dishonesty in our judicial system now. The Trump administration has installed judges who are clearly not even qualified to be judges on appellate courts and Supreme Courts, and to say, well, then we're going to put better people in to drown those voices out and actually go do it.
Yeah.
Don't pussyfoot around. I don't want a bunch of bullshit. Get up there and get to work. And
You
be
can say
honest
bullshit,
about
but
it.
not.
I gotcha. No.
You can say it.
You can say either of those.
We've got one on the table.
Perfect.
To say that.
Yeah. Get your butt in gear.
But that's the beauty of Democrats. I truly think they are.
Yeah.
I just think it's hard to be a Democrat. You wouldn't just raise your hand and be like, yo, me, I'm a Dem.
It is.
Yeah.
You weren't truly in it for the...
We can do the hard stuff. So we're
do
competent
the
for
hard
normal,
stuff.
and we can do the hard stuff.
That's like literally the tagline. We're competent and normal and we can do hard stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great. I think we can turn the world around with that.
That's it.
Okay. We are running out of time, but before we go, we have a little section that we are now calling Soapbox Moment. So here you go. We have some time for you to talk about an issue that is on your notes right now, something that is pissing you off that you want to tell the world.
Women, I love you.
Women get on your nerves?
No.
No, the opposite.
Women, stand in your power in this moment in time.
Yeah.
Stop letting men tell you what you can or cannot do. I have just recently come to the conclusion that women were hunters and gatherers and builders and caretakers and birth, and they made the children, and like they did all this stuff. And then one day a man was like, I'm going to break that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the men were like, we can break all of the women. And then they took over the world. Come back into our power. Like,
It is time.
it is time for women to stand up and say, look what men have done. Look,
Yeah.
and I love men. I've got one of my own.
True. Yeah.
There are moments, but I love men. They're wonderful. They're great. But like, is it men that are destroying the country right now? I mean, is it women that are destroying the country right now? We've had competent women. We had Kamala Harris. We could have had her.
Mhm.
We had Elizabeth Warren. We could have had her for president.
Yeah.
We have opportunities to elect women into leadership positions, and let's do it, because the men are menning. The men are menning so hard right
are
now.
not thinking straight. I don't know what is wrong with them.
No, and like, honestly, like, seriously, women aren't going to war.
Uh-huh.
It's not the
Yeah.
female presidents around the world that are like, let's bomb stuff. No. It's men who are like, I have a bomb. Let me use it.
Yes.
I swear to God, like, I'm pretty sure Trump is like, I just want to bomb things.
Yeah.
Can I bomb
That-
today?
That's what it looks like.
That could be his motivation. That's kind of what it looks like, yeah.
He's a terrible, terrible, stupid person.
I
Yeah.
hate
think he's
things
the
to the core of my very being.
I think he might be the stupidest politician in the history of politics.
Well, that was what was so disappointing, was that, we had a competent, normal woman running,
Yeah.
and they still voted for that.
Right, because she just didn't say things the way I would have said them.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe
No.
she wouldn't have bombed people.
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry, I'm just on a...
It's all right.
That's what the soapbox moment is.
I'm
It's
on
okay
it.
to go on a rant. That's what it's for. So, in summary, men
Men are menning, and I...
are menning, and they need to stop it.
Stop it. Stop. Give us a chance. Mothers can fix more things than you would think. Give some moms a chance. Got Jerry Green running for Congress. She's
Yeah,
that one tough mother for governor. Excuse me, one tough mother.
Mhm.
Moms get stuff done. Like, give a mom a chance.
That's it.
We do. We get stuff done. Okay. This has been great.
Yeah, I'm
Thank you.
Enjoyed this.
Well, thank you for coming because I was like all nervous, but this was great.
Thank
I'll
you
come
for
back
coming.
anytime because this was fun.
Yeah, yeah.
As a dog.
And there's a dog. Ozzy, join back in.
Ozzy, come here, Ozzy. Hello, bud.
Right.
Oh,
Oh, so cute.
Sweet baby, I love you.
We love dogs. So won't you get in my car?
He probably would.
Dog. He probably would.
Yeah.
And then he realized, like, this is not my car. What? My legs. Well, this, like I said, this has been so much fun.
And yes,
Thank
it's
you
been
for
great.
coming.
Thank you.
So we talked about many things. We talked about the special election. We talked about how to rebuild Democratic Party.
How to run for office.
How to run for office. Important things. If somebody would want to get in contact with you, how would they do that?
Is this right? You can find
Yeah,
my
yeah.
contact information right here or maybe right here.
Yeah.
She can just reach me at rachel@tndp.org. And then my phone number is, I'll give you guys my contact information. You can share it out.
Okay, cool.
Listen, we got to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Don't call me and yell at me. I'll hang up on you.
No. Okay, so to summarize, email Rachel or call Rachel. You can call me.
TNDP.org.
TNDP.org. If you need to get in contact with me or with Chaz or anyone like in our team, we are at mctndp.org. So Montgomery County Democratic Party. And as usual, if you're watching us on YouTube, like and subscribe. And if you are watching us on, I never am going to remember this, on Spotify. Write this down. If you're watching us or listening to us on Spotify, also do the like and subscribe thing if it's called that on Spotify, which we're not sure. So this was great. This was fun and
I had a great time. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for
Bye.
being with us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.